We don't want to talk about poop online. Well, I mean, we could. Hi! Welcome, everyone. Oh, if you caught that first line, that's hilarious. We were actually just talking about my dog. That's all. Um, been just trying to help him with some gut things. He's kind of an older dog. Um, he's somewhere around 10, maybe 12. Somewhere between 10 and 12. Sometimes I think he's older than we think he is. So, anyway, he's Black Lab. Welcome. I hope all of you are here. He's a spirit animal for my spouse and my neighbor, actually. It's so weird, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, welcome everyone. It's so good to have you. This is Cosmic Wisdom. We are making some shifts here at Psychic Insights and Divine Androgyne. Essentially, I will try to have somebody live most nights, except for on the weekends. We will try to be having special events. And it's good to have you all check in. Hi, Alyssa. Great to have you. DeAndre, welcome. Annie. Man, Alyssa, Mercury kicking everybody's butt. Did you have an awareness of something? Did you have a great idea? Did somebody say something that gave you an idea? I've pretty much come up with the idea I'm supposed to have. I've had it. It's Friday. So I've had it. I've actually had it over the last sort of 3 days. It's actually been during pretty much the entire Kazemi. If you don't know what a Kazemi is, it's Mercury retrograde coming in contact with the sun. It's going retrograde. So for me, it's happening in my house of business and career. So I wasn't surprised that it would come through in relation to work. But depending on, it's in Leo. So whatever house Leo is in, and you may have heard it from, you may hear somebody else say it. You may have an insight. You may have some sort of awareness of something all of a sudden. It will depend on what house it's in, depend on where Leo is in your chart. And so that's been going on this week. Hopefully you're getting some downloads or getting some insights into whatever's been messing with you for the Mercury retrograde, which has been going on for about 2 weeks, I think. Maybe 2.5, might be closer to 3, but yeah, something like that. And it ends, Mercury goes direct on August 11th. So that's not quite yet, but when it goes direct, I think you'll have worked it out or have worked out the kinks, or at least have some idea of which way you're headed next, which frankly is very helpful. Mercury retrogrades aren't for nothing. A lot of people think of them as a problem, but really it's a time for reflection and review and editing, and sort of revisiting things. So Mercury retrograde it's necessary, and that's why we have 2, 3 a year. On average, we have two per year. They last about 6 weeks. Occasionally, it's a little bit longer. And this one just happens to be passing over the sun in Leo, and that's called a Kazemi. Okay, so when the Mercury retrograde is Kazemi, and since Mercury is going sort of backwards over behind the sun, I think that's leaves us with sort of like the sun shining light on your Mercury retrograde problem. It could be as simple as just oh, you know what I should do? Like that. Okay. It doesn't have to be like a mad awakening or something. Anyway, I'm glad you're all here, and I'm glad you're tuning in. You're welcome to leave questions in the chat, and you want to comment and let me know you're here, that would be great. And if you're looking for a reading, that's how you would do it. You would just ask a question or let me know what you're in need of. you want to do a little reading or something like that, please comment in the, please make comments. Otherwise, I don't even know you're here, huh? Well, I know you're here to some degree because I can see my numbers, right? Anyway, all right. So, I also want to let you know that while Mercury is Kazemi yesterday and today, that's, that's really helpful to help us have, some awarenesses and some changes in what's happening. What's happening in our little worlds here. Okay. Sorry, I had to get rid of somebody. Alyssa said, yeah, I'm a 3-degree Leo rising. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the Mercury Kazemi is happening in your first house, Alyssa. Yeah. Okay. So she said, so the first house. Also, I believe that I figured out what I'm supposed to reflect on during this time. Actually, I think it's a combo of a couple of things, really. Yeah, exactly, Alyssa. And so you've probably at least got some direction. I'm not saying you've resolved it, but you at least know which direction you're going. Like, essentially, the sun has shined the light on the path and said, go that way. And I think that's incredibly helpful. Hey, Chelsea. Great to see you. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Good to have you with us. So make a comment if you would like any kind of reading or whatever. I figure we could take a look at my oracle cards. Sorry, Nicole couldn't be here tonight. She's having some personal things that she needs to deal with. She's okay, but she just needs to deal with some things. So, these are my oracle cards. They're a rose pocket oracle. And you can take a look at them. See that pretty design? They're actually really cool. And they're I got them from England in the no, I can't remember the name of the place, but it's a sacred garden there in England. Well. The Chalice Well. Okay. In Gloucester. Yeah, I guess it's Glastonbury, but yeah. Okay. And so I got these there. We went last August, just about a year ago. And it was a really beautiful, amazing place, actually. And I really enjoyed the garden itself, and of course the well. Now, that's an ancient well, and those waters are sacred, and they've been flowing from an unknown place for a very long time. And England has done a really great job of, the UK has done a great job of protecting it, as far as I could tell. So, so, you could walk around that place. I don't know if you've ever been there. Maybe some of you have. And it's a very sacred sort of garden, water type of place. You can look it up online and probably see pictures. And it's really special. So while I was there, I got this deck, and because I've always had a strong connection to flowers, and particularly roses, mostly roses. I've always felt very strongly connected to roses, all colors roses, all kinds of roses, wild roses, red roses, so so that's why I got this deck. And this is the Rose Oracle. And I just wanted kind of like a basic oracle deck that I could connect with. I actually bought one before, but it didn't work out really well for me. I just wasn't really, it was like a tree oracle. I thought I would for sure be into it. Turns out it was for my sister. So I sent it to her, but this one I ended up keeping. And this was really beautiful because because of the roses and because of the special origin, right? So I'm going to pull a card for everyone right now, everyone listening right now. This is from the Rose Oracle deck. Okay, this is the bud. This is great because this is kind of what I was just saying about the Kazemi. This is the bud, and it's saying that actually you there's major potential. It's happening. Keep going. Keep doing this. Keep moving forward. You're on the right track. And considering that today is the day that I suggested that the Kazemi would be happening, I find it's fascinating because this is really a beautiful card about sort of encouraging you to keep going forward. Hi Kiki Law. And I think as you're going forward with this is a reminder that you're on the right track, so especially if you've gotten the download in the last 24 48 hours, you've gotten some sort of insight about yourself or something you need to do. This is really an encouraging card to let you know that it is time to keep going. Okay, now make sure you comment in the comments. Let me know what you're if you're looking for a reading, or I am offering a few readings tonight, maybe some mediumship, maybe cards. You want me to pull a special card for your situation or something? Just make a comment. Let me know what's going on. Good evening, Susan, over in the mediums group, and Villy, Suzanne, and Wendy. Hello, everyone over in the mediums group. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Good to have you with us. And Alyssa was just saying that absolutely, I can see where one of those things that I need to reflect on coincides with a stellium in Capricorn, 5th, 6th house that I have on my natal chart. It's almost spot on with the highlights I've gotten this week. Wow. So like, are they in opposition, Alyssa? Is the Mercury Kazemi in opposition to what's going on? No, I guess that would be more like the 7th house. Is it in conjunct? Is it in an aspect to whatever's in the 5th, 6th house is what I'm curious about. Yeah. All right. So it's good to have you all here, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna first start with a little mediumship reading. It looks like we have a bunch of people. You're just saying I love it for a reading. I do a lot of different types of readings. I suspect that many of them, there's a lot of people in the mediumship group that are asking for a reading. I don't know if you're asking for a medium reading. So if you could be more specific, that's really helpful. If you're wanting a special person to come in, it's best to state that. Otherwise, I'll just be talking to your great grandma. Let's see what spirits I get through first. I call upon my ancestors to bring through spirits that need to communicate with someone in the live audience in this here and now. Please come through me with clarity and messages and things to help support their closure of the loss. Please help them on their journey in life. Help them know which direction to go next. Okay, I have an older woman here. Well, she passed when she was older anyway. Older meaning over 60. This older woman keeps creating pain in my head. Okay, so like that could mean two things usually for me, or I guess could mean like three things, but the third one I'm not sure. I don't think that's her. Um, but anyway, so like I have some, some pain up here in the head, which would be which could be like a stroke or incredible stress. And when I ask her which one is it, she's laughing and she's like, well, but I think she passed from a stroke, okay, or something to do with the brain, okay, the head. And she's saying that the person that's here is under incredible stress. Not necessarily like just about her, like in grief. Like they might be in grief, yes, but there's also some other things going on in their life. So this is an older woman that died of something in her head, which could have been like a stroke or a brain tumor or something like that. Hi, Anna. Welcome. And she's just letting you know, she's definitely over 60. She's, let's see if I can get some. She's direct but graceful and sweet. Let me say it that way. I think that's like the best way to describe her. Like she wasn't a pushover or anything. Like she's totally graceful but direct. So like it wasn't like she would hold things back from you, but she would definitely be pretty direct with you. Like she would kind of say what she needed to say, but in a graceful sort of actually kind of a beautiful way in a way. Like, I mean, she was kind of, I don't know, she had a level of grace to her and probably probably because she was older, she's laughing. She's like she definitely grew into it. It was definitely a wisdom thing. She definitely got better at it as she got older. So Billy or Suzanne, does anything else match? I hear Suzanne, your mom passed from a stroke. Billy, your mom was 78 years old. So I'm just wondering if any of these things match, and then I'll keep getting some more information here. She actually was quite good with her hands, but I think it was more like in the kitchen or something. She might have created things, been kind of crafty. A craft, she made things. That's what she's saying. She made things. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was kind of like crafty or maybe she canned things or something like that. So far it sounds like could be Suzanne. Sounds like my mom. She says. Billy says very beautiful and peaceful personality. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm describing. Did she make things? Did she like to spend time in the kitchen, Suzanne or Billy? Although she's telling me she crafted in front of the TV. So I'm wondering if she also knit or something. It definitely is something she did with her hands. I feel like she had her own place and lived for a little while towards the end of her life. Um like I feel like she kind of lived on her own for a while. Like I feel like her husband or something died first, and then she was kind of she lived on her own. She had her own house. She was kind of a prideful woman in that way. Like she wasn't real keen to move out of her home or move into any kind of facility or in with you or so. Suzanne said my mom cooked and knitted. Okay. And Billy says my mom knitted too. Good grief, you two. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Um or crochet or whatever, yeah. The Billy said the last few months lived on her own. Okay. Suzanne, did your mom live on her own? Did she have like her own house and was kind of attached to it in a way like she didn't want to go into a facility or anything like that. She's showing me her house. It's just a, it was a big deal to her. It was a big deal to her. It's just an average house. I mean, it's not like a mansion or anything, but it was a big deal to her. And so, like, if you got to know her, you would have to sort of respect her home, I guess, or respect her love for her home. So, okay. Suzanne says she had her own house. Siblings lived with her. Yeah, it's like, but was her house really super important to her? It sounds like both Billy and Suzanne were still together. Oh, Billy saying she insisted to go back home. Yeah. What else could help us? Do we have two spirits here? Also, she have an outside, like some plants or something. I'm seeing some caretaking of some plants. So, I don't know who that's about, but I think she had like trees or flowers or houseplants or maybe something outside or whatever, just like outside of her house. It was definitely hers on her property, and she loved it. And it was very important to her. Like, this stuff was very important. These things that she grew at home were quite important to her. So they're like plants or something. So let's see if she has any messages. Yeah, Billy, Suzanne and Billy, when I asked if we had two spirits, they did say yes. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's just for both of you. There's two spirits there, but they're just standing side by side. Yeah. Okay, so Billy said, yes, my mom had like a small garden, plants and flowers. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly, Billy. And so Billy, I'm going to focus in on you and see. I don't know why, Billy, but she's showing me like when I started to focus in on you, I was expecting to get a message, but instead, maybe this is what it is, the message. I don't know, but it looks like the back of like a, how can I explain it? It's probably wooden, and it's like a bench seat that you might have in like a kitchen, and it has like kind of a back piece to it that's kind of up. It might come to like the average person's shoulder blades or shoulders, and it has some importance because I feel like it's either like right in the doorway or in her kitchen. It was something that everybody would sit in at some point in her home. So it might be part of her kitchen table, or it might be some place where you sit down and like take off your shoes or hang up your jacket. Cause there does seem to be some things hung up behind it, I think. But it seems to be some sort of like bench seat, and I'm pretty sure it's wooden. And it seems to have some importance when I asked if there was a message. Okay, Suzanne said my mom had indoor plants as well. Okay. All right, Billy. Billy, your mom can hear you all the time, sweetie. Your mom can hear you. And Billy said, yes, there was a wooden special bed, like bed couch in the kitchen next to the kitchen door. Okay. I think that she's trying to be more specific so that you know for sure it's her, Billy. Okay? Because I also asked for that. And so thanks for confirming that, Billy. So let me bring your message through. That's exactly what she's saying. She just wanted to let you know that she can, first of all, hear you all the time. Second of all, she's absolutely coming through me in this moment here and now. She knows that sometimes you can be a little skeptical, but there's no need to be skeptical. And she's saying, please, you can get readings with her and she'll be happy to come through and help you. And she's trying to guide your life. She's now your like kind of like your guardian angel. So she's trying to help you. That's all. And, we can go deeper in a reading, but just so you know, oh, she would sleep there. Well, it's pretty darn important then, isn't it? How about that, Billy? Yeah. So it sounds pretty important. Yeah. All right. Now let me hone in on Suzanne. Suzanne. Suzanne, did your mom live in like a city or a row house or something like that? She just wants you to know. Feels like there's a lot going on outside of her house, and I'm at kind of just looks like a chair and a table, maybe might have been like in her kitchen or something. It's just a real simple chair on a table, and there's some plants, and if you look out the window it kind of looks like the city. um I mean, I can't tell what city. And she's showing me three, the power of three. And I feel like one of the three is gone for some reason. And I don't know if that has something to do with like kids or her kids or your kids or siblings, it feels like, or very close friends or cousins or something like that. Um, and it feels like, so Suzanne said, yeah, she lived in the city. There was a view of the city from her. Yes, there was a view of the city from her kitchen. Yeah, like from a chair or something. Okay. Yeah, so important that we note that. So she's showing me three, and it kind of feels like to me that the three is like sisters or friends or cousins or siblings. And is one of the three missing, or two of the three? There's something about two of the three standing out from all three, like there was all three, but, and I'm trying to, let me just, this feels like an alliance. It feels like an alliance. Feels like a family of three and one is missing, or there's only one left, something like that. One is separated from the three. Let's put it that way. One, there's two together in one area and one together in a different area. It could definitely be like the other side type of deal. Like one person is passed. Okay, my brother passed away last year. Do you have another sibling, Suzanne? Because it feels like some sort of alliance, definitely like sibling, absolutely, could absolutely be that. And it feels like they're all kind of together, um, and then one is missing. So could absolutely be your brother. Let me just. Okay. And she had a baby that passed away from crib death. Okay, so there could be two on the other side and just one you by yourself. That's you by yourself then. I think that's right, Suzanne. I'm checking in on this information. I got 2 yeses. Okay, so I got a yes in my gut, and I got yes with muscle testing. So I'm going to say that's a yes. Okay. She wants me to pull you a card, Suzanne. She said when she was alive, she didn't really do that sort of thing, like tarot cards and stuff so much. But there were times that she really wanted to. Did you know that about her? She's laughing. She's saying she's not sure you know that about her. Um, she wanted to sometimes, but I think she was kind of anxious about it or something. So she's asking me, okay, 4 of us left here. Okay. She wants me to pull a card for you. She wants me to pull one of those oracle cards that I was talking about, the rose oracle cards from England, from Glastonbury. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. So she had me pull 3 cards for you. She first wants to make reference to the past, which this is Brothers of the Rose. This is about protection and sacred masculine. She always was curious about getting readings and like what would happen. Like, it was back in the she's saying she was older, so back in those days, back in those days, I think that tarot readings and things like that would be almost like a sin or something, evil. And she realizes that that's not true. And now she's kind of laughing at herself. So she wants you to know that she's fully aware that it's perfectly fine. She wants you to know that she's in support of your spiritual pursuit, is what she's calling it. It's not religious, she says. But this is in reference to your brother right here. And if you look at, this is the Brotherhood of the Rose. This is very much about protection and sacred masculinity, which is holding space for all people and making things available for everyone. And that's kind of what this is all about. This is about support. This is about having the support that you need. Okay? So that's from the past, and that's so these cards in this reading is in reference to your brother, is what she's saying. Okay? And then in the here and now, right now, she's talking about the sacred union of relationship. So Suzanne, so that's like this is like the sacred union, this is, I mean, it's definitely romantic relationships, right? Like but this is also about the beloved within and forming a relationship not only with those that you love and that are around you, but even a relationship with yourself. And I don't know what's happened since your brother has passed away, but this could have a lot to do with your journey right now, as far as like getting in touch with your spiritual side, especially since it's a very sacred card. It's the sacred union, but it's very much about the beauty within. You should be able to see that on the bottom there. And that's really powerful sort of experience that you're having right now, treating yourself as a beloved, or self-care, think that, those kinds of things. And that's interesting, or at least coming to realize that maybe in your Okay. I'm feeling like she's saying, are you married or something, Suzanne? Is there something going on with your relationship? Anyway, so I think she might be acknowledging that. Okay. And also in the sacred, I'm just wondering if there's something going on with some sort of committed relationship, like a romantic relationship. Anyway, because in the future, she gave this card, which is the sacred waters. This is about health and self-care. You can see here. So I don't know if you spend any time like in a bathtub or going to wild waters or anything like that, but she's essentially telling you that you must take care of yourself. I think she's trying to tell you not to um get lost in the relationship and to make sure that you're doing everything you can to serve yourself as well and to take care of yourself, because you will be a better spouse if you take care of yourself. Okay? So I'm pretty sure that's what this is about, just so you know. You know, when someone passes in our life, it's important for us to listen to whatever messages they have for us. And I feel like this message is directly for you. Yeah. Okay. So you do go to wild waters. Well, I think this is like kind of saying like keep doing that, because I think that's really good for your soul. Feed your heart and soul, and I think that's important part of your healing. Okay. So you're welcome, Suzanne. I hope that it was helpful. It's just a little reading for you. Of course, in a private reading, there would be a whole lot more. We would probably spend a whole lot more time on it, right? Like we just spent like 5 minutes. So, anyway, and of course, your mom is with you and your brother is with you. I think that you've had confirmation of that. And so I just want to encourage you to stay positive and take care of yourself. Okay. And let me just go back over here and to see. Thanks, Andrea. Andrea said a lovely reading. All right. Somebody asked for a reading up here somewhere. Here we are. Okay. Lara Zeller is asking to hear from her son. Okay, I'm getting a lot of information at once. Was he ADHD or what? Okay, just saying. This is like a blast of information all at once. Is someone a Capricorn? He's showing me the Capricorn sea goat. He's also showing me an interesting looking alien. Like, I think it's an alien. It might be a character from a movie or something. So, I'm having a tingling sensation in the back of my head. Not sure what that's about, but it seems to be related to your son, Lara. Wow. I'm not sure what wow means. I prefer if you just validate what I'm saying. Otherwise, I'm not sure if it's on point and if I have the right person. Okay. What a weird looking bed. Was he shot up here, Lara? Was he shot in his head, Lara? Or did he fall backwards and hit his head? tingling sensation in the head. What a weird bed. It seems to be, it's the weirdest thing. I'll just explain it to you and maybe you can make sense of it. It's sort of like a 4-poster bed, and okay, he might have fell. Okay, so he was shot in his back and he probably fell. Yeah, probably. Okay. I feel like he fell. Okay. Usually if they got shot in the head, it usually hurts. It doesn't usually tingle. Okay. Um he showed me this weird like 4-poster bed that has like this weird top, and but the weird part about it is that it's like not around anything. It's like floating in the clouds. I'm wondering if this is like somebody's dream or something. It feels very removed. Maybe it's a movie or something. I feel like I'm watching something. It could be a dream um or something like that. Okay. It's also showing me a building. Kind of looks like could be a court building, like a courthouse. It looks like an official, like, government building type of deal. So when I said a courthouse, he gave me a tingling sensation. So that usually means yes. Okay. And all he did was tell me to tell you yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I don't know what that is, Lara. Um, was he shy or something? Was he oh my gosh. Okay. He's saying he wasn't the greatest at communicating when he was alive either. Oh, he's kind of funny. He has a little bit of a sense of humor. Um in sort of a playful way. Yeah, okay. He was very shy. Okay. Well, Lara, I think that's about as much as you're going to get out of him right now. Because we're on stage. Like, there's a whole bunch of people see him right now. And I don't think he's, I think he's trying to let you know that it's him. He's trying to give you as much confirmation as fast as he can. And he's saying horrible communication and very funny. Like, he's trying to get off stage, is how it feels to me. Okay. Like, he's like quickly, like, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, trying to get off stage. Okay. So just so you know, he's with you. He can hear you. He can absolutely be tapped into with a medium. I think he wasn't hard to connect with. It'd probably be even easier in a private reading where he's not on stage. Okay, but he said that he has to get you to the reading. He said that you're hesitant. Are you hesitant to get a reading? Okay, Lara. Well, anyway. Okay. All right. Sasha wants some insight into her career. Sasha, can you tell me your birthday? Sasha, what's your birthday? Just tell me if you know the time, that would be excellent. But can you tell me your birthday? If you know the time, that's even better. Well, Lara, I think you said that you're not really hesitant, but I don't know if he's messing with you. Maybe it's like a joke, like where he's like, you're it, like type of deal. Like that kind of thing, like in an adult sort of tag you're it type of way. You know what I mean? I think you get what I'm saying. All right. So I'm going to pull a card. About her career. Sasha's career. Sasha, are you still with us? Because I'm not going to bother if you're not with us. Renee, are you with us? Renee CC, are you with us? All right. All right. I agree, Alyssa. That was a beautiful reading. Thanks, guys. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like people are still with us, like they haven't stayed. So I think I'm just going to let it go with that. And, I've really appreciated all of you. I'll pull one more card from my Love is Love deck for the evening. Okay. Hi, Andrea. Andrea's asking for a message. Andrea, do you have a dog on the other side? Feels like a dog. So Andrea, I'm pretty sure you have a dog, and he's saying that he'll be back. Please don't close off your heart. Okay? Don't close off your heart. He can't come back if you close off your heart, Andrea. He wants to come back and be with you, but he can't. Or they can't. I don't mean to gender the dog. It's just a bad habit. And they want you to know that they're on their way back. So keep your heart open. Okay? Don't close off your heart, because the dog can't come back if. And a lot of us have spirit dogs. Spirit dogs are truly important. They're like soulmates, but they're dogs. And if they can't get to you, sometimes they'll come through other people. My dog, I'm pretty sure, is my spouse's and my neighbor's spirit dog, somehow both. And but he came through me. So when the pandemic happened, I just knew that I had to get a dog, and I knew that the dog was at this one place, and that we had to go get the dog there. It was completely insane. We went to the thing and we met this dog, and we just adopted it. Turns out that he couldn't be adopted by anyone else, and there was all this other stuff. And anyway, and he was abused, and he had an aggression issue, and I had to help sort of restore him. So I guess that's kind of like my calling, my thing. And then turns out he is mostly here for my spouse and for my neighbor. And my neighbor like watches my dog all the time. We kind of almost share him with him, but we pay all the bills. Wait a minute. Anyway, so it's our dog. And but my neighbor really loves him like it's his own. And my neighbor is really good with dogs. And we were, having a conversation, and it turns out that his dog died, and he doesn't want to get another dog because he can't handle the heartbreak. So if don't do that, guys. just don't do that. Really bad idea. Okay. Yeah, it's live, Bianca. Why are you so confused? Okay. Well, I hope you're not confused now because I just called you out. Good job, Andrea. Good job. So I just wanted to let you know about the dog thing. Okay. Robin said, my daughter. I got a yes. Robin, she wants to share something delicious with me. I feel like she wants to does she like croissants or something? Like would she want to go out to like kind of a like baked item thing with you? Like I feel like a hot drink like coffee or something in a like in a mug with a feels like a sweet treat, and she's literally inviting me to it. Um I hope that's I don't know if that resonates with you at all. Um, but when I asked for your daughter, that's what happened. I got yes, and then she invited me to sit down at what looks to be like a little cafe. Um, and that was kind of a thing that she did. Would she invite you to a cafe? I feel like she's inviting you, almost like a memory, like a reflection of a memory. Um, and then she just whispered, "I wish I miss you." So I think she. Okay. I'm really sure she misses. Robin says sure when I visit her. Okay. And she's saying what she misses the most is those conversations. Um, I guess like over a hot cup of coffee and a little, like you go out to have like a little bite to eat, like in a cafe, and the conversation, the moments of connection that she had with you. She misses that, she says. So she's also saying she's sorry. Okay. It was close to her business. Okay. Okay. It's just a memory. Okay. So she did talk to you every day. She's just missing your conversation. She's missing that reflection back and forth, that conversation. She wants you to she wants you to know that she misses you. Okay. When I asked John if he has anything to say, Alyssa, he says yes. He's giving you a high five, literally. He's like, he actually just said, "You're fucking awesome." I don't know what you did, but he's high fiving you, like kind of like success, like you did it, like something special happened. So, congratulations. I don't know what's going on. So, but he's saying you're fucking awesome. Exactly those words. You're fucking awesome. So I think he's happy for you. Maybe it might just be about like the path that you're on or something like that, Um he's not saying something specific. So I think he's just trying to be supportive or something. Maybe he's all right. Well, I hope these readings were helpful for you guys. And Alyssa said, that's just like him to say that. I just had to move my mom by myself today. Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations. Is it over? Did you finish? Is it done? I mean, it's a big deal. And no wonder he's saying that. So, give yourself a pat on the back. Sounds like he's trying to help you with that. So that's really cool. So Anyway, so I really enjoyed this night with you guys. I hope that these messages resonate for you, and I can always go deeper in private reading, of course. That's it's just a there's only so much I can do here on a private reading, on a public reading like this. But I just want to let you guys know, you can book at my website. I have lots of really great options on my website. I have everything from, um, you can get a beginner's astrology chart where you can learn what your big three are, like your sun, moon, and rising. And then you can come to my broadcast on Mondays where Bright Hawk and I do astrology forecast for the week. Stay tuned with that and know what horoscopes to listen to based on your astrology chart, because we're all unique individuals. Not all Tauruses are going to have a hard week or whatever. So listen to that, and I hope that you'll reach out to us. I hope that you can also go there and get the guide on how to connect with your spirit guides if that's of interest to you. I do lots of coaching and mentoring and teaching and whatnot, and insights. So I sometimes I organize psychic parties where it's like 25 or so, like you pay to attend the party and everybody gets a little mini reading. Of course, you can book with me at any time. Astrology records, which is a lot of fun. In life, I can tell you what they were feeling, thinking, or going through at that time. Even if they were murdered, sometimes I can see that too in the chart, and I can definitely tell you about you and their connection. In other words, like what the connection between you and them were, like, why were you even married to that person, or why was that person your brother, and what was your soul connection? Were you twin flames? Were you soulmates? And also what your past life connections were. So the astrology mediumship death chart reading is one of a kind. I'm the only person that does it. I can also tell you if the death was destined, like if this was meant to be or not. Most deaths are meant to be, but not all of them. There are occasions, and especially if someone takes their own life, it's usually not destined. And then I'll see that in the chart, and I'll be like, anyway, I can do a lot of validation. Most people walk away from the reading saying that it's the most powerful reading they've ever had. It changes their life, changes their grief journey, and is one of a kind. You can Google me, and just put astrology, Hollis Taylor astrology, or you can go to my website, Divine Androgyne. I have reviews on Google. I have reviews in the mediumship group, and you can see just how special that reading is. I'm pretty much the only person that I know of that does it. I have studied regular natal chart Western astrology, and I've studied medical astrology, death astrology, and of course I've been doing mediumship for long time, and I just kind of put it together. And the beautiful thing about the astrology is that it answers all the questions that a lot of times mediums struggle with. So it's a really powerful reading, and if you're struggling with grief, it could be really helpful for you. Billy said it was very helpful. Okay, I think you were talking about the reading I did for you earlier, Billy. You're welcome. I'm glad it was helpful. And so anyway, I do all sorts of readings, and I'm open to learning about your loved one. So in the astrology death chart reading, you should definitely bring their birth date, time, and place, their death date, time, and place, and your birth time and place. Okay. And I take a look at all of those charts together, and I record it and send you the recording later after the reading. So it's a really powerful reading, and I look forward to seeing you all in a private reading and going deeper with you and meeting you personally, eye to eye. And I'm glad you tuned in tonight. And there is not necessarily a special event going on that tomorrow night. I was going to do one, but I just haven't had the time to get it out. I have a lot going on at once. So, so I just don't have the time or the energy to do it. So, I'm not going to, I will say happy Lammas to all of you. May you enjoy the first harvest. As a witch, I celebrate Lammas and I am a mentor, and I'm happy to teach spirituality, meditation, consciousness. I can teach basic Buddhism or mindfulness and witchcraft. Okay. Anyway, I appreciate all of you, and I hope that you have a beautiful night and a beautiful weekend. Catch Sarah's new show is called Crow's Nest. She'll normally be on Wednesday nights, but this week she's going to be on Sunday night. So look out for Sarah's new show on Sunday night. And occasionally the night might skip around, like who's on what night, but we all have our shows and we're going to work really hard to make sure that they're announced properly. So my show is called Cosmic Wisdom, obviously. I'm glad that you tuned in today. Thanks for tuning in. And Sunday night is the Crow's Nest. And then I'll be back on Monday for Rainbow Soul Vodcast and on Tuesday with Cosmic Wisdom again. So I hope you catch me on Tuesday, and I would love to see you at our astrology forecast my spouse and I do on Monday nights at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.